For the past 25 years, Bikur Cholim has been providing services to our community, providing meals to families, transporting people to medical appointments, providing lodging, respite, and maintaining kosher pantries in the area hospitals.
It's so heartwarming to see every single day people coming through the organization from Bikur Cholim to visit many of our patients.
We fill a bag with a whole bunch of goodies and crossword puzzles and different magazines. We then go into each patient, we speak to them about all the services that Bikur Cholim provides. We give them a card with Bikur Cholim's number so they can contact them.
We recognize that they're bringing the community into the hospital. They are providing a linkage back to these patients who in some cases are here for 2 days, but in many cases they're here much longer. And it allows them to maintain a bond and to create a warmth that might not ordinarily exist had it not been for the Bikur Cholim.
Bikur Cholim's presence is really throughout the community. We have it in Sinai Hospital, University of Maryland, Johns Hopkins, where many of the out-of-town families come to, as well as in GBMC, St. Joe's, Good Sam, Shepherd Pratt, Northwest, and many other facilities all throughout the greater Baltimore area.
I feel very much like an ambassador when I am walking through the halls.
I visited a man in his upper 90s who just wanted a Jewish person to visit him. A nurse comes over to me and says, "Are you this man's grandson?" I said, "No." Are you related to him?" I said, "No, I never met him before in my life." And she had this incredulous look on her face like, wow.
The Sinai Pantry has become a gem and a sort of the crown within Bikur Cholim.
Families can store food, provide food. There's a place for people to sleep on the Shabbat and just a comfortable place for them to get away when they're here, because we understand how stressful it can be.
Bikur Cholim has known for years, and hospitals have learned only lately, how a patient feels in terms of being comfortable in their environment and less anxious by having family members around, by having familiar surroundings, helps their recovery immensely.
We run into people and they tell us how much they appreciate the room and what it does for them. There's somebody there every single day of the week. There's always something to eat.
Just a sense of an oasis and respite away from what's really going on upstairs where things are more chaotic.
My wife needed a lengthy hospitalization for about 5 weeks. It was a very difficult time for us.
Our baby was a spina bifida situation. We are not from here. We know we have to spend a long time in Baltimore.
My son was diagnosed with Blount's disease, which is curving of the legs. I would have never imagined being in Baltimore. I've never been in Baltimore before.
We never thought it's going to happen to us.
Bikur Cholim stepped in and helped our family immeasurably.
Bikur Cholim called me and they told me, "We know about this situation, please let me know whenever you need." Everybody knows the case of the baby of Mexico.
Very unobtrusively, Bikur Cholim volunteers showed up downtown, showed up at Sinai, bringing troves and troves of food.
It was not unusual to get a call, "What would you like? Pizza? Would you like milchiks? Would you like fleischiks?"
Before we knew Bikur Cholim, I tried to rent an apartment. First of all, I didn't know where is the Jewish neighborhood at all. Where can I go daven? And then I called them up and they told me, yes, if you want to rent an apartment, it's 12 months and it's not furnished.
I imagined, having this apartment, musty, smelly basement, which is usually the case of, community offering. Boy, was I pleasantly surprised. I opened the cabinets, like always more surprises popping out. Just so fresh, so homey, so cozy. I just can't, we were just like looking at each other in amazement, like what else is there?
From delivering meals to stocking the Bikur Cholim rooms, all of those things are notable but obvious. It's the little things in day-to-day life that we need to get through the day or get through the week, and we don't even realize them until one day we're stranded in a hospital room downtown, utterly overwhelmed and panic-stricken. From getting the refrigerator into the hospital room to getting the Shabbos apartment and the Shabbos package delivered.
Eating the delicious food that they brought, having the special package from the Ring family, injected a really peaceful, heavenly dose of Shabbos into a totally chaotic, desperate situation in the very beginning.
I felt Shabbos entering the hospital. I didn't even feel that I was in hospital. It was just so amazing.
Everything was done with such care and efficiency. It never would have occurred to me that I would need 3 different sets of reading material to be placed into the Shabbos package in order to give some sense of normalcy and relaxation to a Shabbos afternoon in the hospital.
They made us feel like a mensch. We could celebrate a Shabbos even in a crazy situation.
They were calling us all the time if we need anything, like meals or transportation.
I mean, they just kept on revolving around my life.
When we wanted visits, they were there. When we didn't, they weren't there. And they understood how to do Bikur Cholim.
The bottom line is that we could not have gotten through the nightmare without Bikur Cholim.
We are very, very glad to Bikur Cholim. We have really no words.
We all long for the time of Umacha Hashem Dima Me'al Kol Panim. But until then, we need Bikur Cholim.
And you want to do something that is rewarding but isn't committing that much of your time, this would be the perfect thing to do.
You fit into your schedule however it works.
You have older volunteers, younger volunteers, we have men, we have women. It's truly a microcosm of who we are as a community. There's so many different areas where someone could focus on and truly make some type of impact.
I'm sure if someone pegged what their own personal talents were, there would be a place for them in Bikur Cholim.
I look forward to getting those texts on Thursday afternoon or Friday morning saying we have an urgent need here or someone needs food for Shabbos.
It just brought me out of my day-to-day routine.
You realize how lives are turned upside down by an illness in the family.
It's like a different country when you're in the hospital with your thoughts, what people's needs are. You know, their whole life is so different than yours that you just kind of walk out and say, Baruch Hashem, that you're able to do this.
Because you see that out there people are struggling with things that are so much bigger, and you're just happy to be on the helping side of it.
It's kind of humbling to know that in that short period of time where I tried to give of myself, I tried to, help arrange, to know what a big difference we really made.
You just feel like you have made this incredible difference in someone's life.
It's a couple of hours in your life, and it carries you through the week.
I feel that my life is more full, more variegated.
As so many other chasadim, you end up gaining even more than what you're doing.
Such a small part of my day, but I just love every bit of it and feel incredibly enhanced.